Let's hear it for Crystal and Maria, our co-chairs. Let's hear it for them. She says, let's give it up for Susan Johnson Cook. I ain't hear nobody. In fact, no, can you stand so I can say I got a standing ovation? Okay, oh no, that's okay, no, that's okay. Woo! How's everybody doing tonight? All right, welcome. We celebrate one of the families with 5 generations in Sag Harbor. Let's welcome the North family, Barbara and Robert North. Let's give them some love tonight. So thank you so much for doing this. It's amazing to have you. And you can use the mic, you can just hold it near your mouth and everyone can be able to hear you. So 5 generations of the North family. We have some pictures that we're going to be able to see tonight of the beginning, who were their matriarch and how you spent your summers out here. So let's just talk a little bit about highlights for you. We shared time on the beach together. We're in your house and you have done some marvelous woodmanship. But tell us some of the highlights for you in terms of your leadership roles and things that you've done in Sag Harbor. And then we're going to take a look at some of the family that helped you to start here.
Thank you, Ambassador Sujay. So like you said, our family's been out here for 5 generations. And so I've been out here all my life, 75, going on 76 years.
Wow.
And every summer I've spent out here. And the focal point of my life out here was the beach.
Yes.
We went to the beach every day unless it was raining. And we were there all day. And so now I've come full circle now that I'm retired. So I'm back here spending all my summers in Sag Harbor. So I'm at the beach quite a bit.
And it's delightful to, spend time on the beach with you. We have some beach potatoes and the next generation of the tater tots. So we are the black baronesses of the beach, okay? And you're wonderful.
Sounds good.
But Robert, you've done some amazing things in terms of highlights. You've worked with Bridgehampton, a child care center. Certainly you brought Boys Harbor out here. Tell us what a highlight for you. We celebrated you last year at Bridgehampton, but tell us some of the highlights for you being out here 5 generations.
I guess I have, is this working?
Yes.
I have 2 highlights. One is the involvement in Sag Harbor Hills. I used to, when I was a kid, we would explore the swamp, and we would take our boats up there, or we'd walk up there, or whatever we do to follow the creek all the way up to basically out to 114. And we felt it was our creek, and we really enjoyed that. My other highlight was that I was involved at the Bridgehampton Child Care Center. I have a little story to tell. My mother heard about the job at the center through Ed Williams, who was Candy's father, and he told her that there was a job, so my mother told me about it. But it's very difficult. I was at Middlebury College, about to graduate, and it's very difficult to travel from Vermont to Long Island at that time. So she took my interview, and I got the job. And I tell
You made a major difference out there in terms of, it was like less than 5 people at one time, and you built a budget over $500,000?
well, yes, I increased the programming, but I think my most significant contribution was the activities and my hounding kids to take the Regents. At that time, the school had convinced all the black students that they couldn't succeed at the Regents level, and the Regents level was all white, and the general level was all black, and I convinced black kids to take the Regents, and they were very successful. And I think there was one year the statistics from Albany showed that all the black kids had applied to college and going on to college. So it's made a big difference in the community. Some of our graduates are now teachers in the school, and
So transformation has happened in a major way.
yes, well, also gentrification is.
Yeah, but you had transformation before
I think
gentrification.
transformation was first,
Okay, I love
and
it.
then gentrification. Because
So let me just, let's applaud that, because I mean, that was a major difference. That was a major difference. So Barbara, you served in leadership with Sag Harbor Hills Improvement Association. Tell us some of the roles that you had.
So I was president for 6 years, from 1990 to 1996, and I held other positions. I was on the board for an additional 15 years, so I served over 20 years.
Okay, leader.
And, our mission was to preserve the community, strengthen the sense of community, beautify the community, and also support local charities and establish strong relationships with the village of Sag Harbor.
Amazing. And you have family here tonight, and family's family. You have children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews. We have some photos also I'm going to ask for them to put up for us. We have some photos that kind of tell your history and your history in pictures. So tell us who we're looking at there. So Robert, you might want to turn a little. In fact, let's switch chairs. You take mine. How's that? Okay? And you can see better.
So the photo on the left that's my grandmother in the middle. She was the matriarch of the family, and she took care of us in the summer while our parents worked in the city.
Okay.
That's me on the left with the little braids.
Oh, God. All right.
And that's my cousin.
So that was the
Cousin
pre-Afro. That was before the Afro.
Pre-Afro.
Wow.
And then this is my mother,
Wow.
Edith Diggs North, who was also the second matriarch. And just a little aside, my grandmother had 3 children. They were all went to college and graduated. And my grandmother made sure that all of them purchased property out here.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And they still own, my aunt and uncle
yes.
own the property.
Wow. So Robert, let's go back to you, and we're going to ask the next set of pictures to come up. That would be amazing. So what is your hope for our generations? Everybody purchased property, and so thank you allowing us to use your property and come in there. But what's your hope in terms of Sag Harbor for the future?
I would hope that my kids and my grandkids I only have grandkids now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would hope that they would continue to live out here and enjoy Sag Harbor, continue the traditions of being a community, and I'd hope that they would, participate.
And hold on to the property that was purchased.
Oh yeah, they can't. I'd like to put a thing in the deed that they can't sell it. But
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know if that's possible.
Okay. All right.
And that's my grandson on your
Okay.
on the left.
All
My
right.
daughter's in the middle. My granddaughter is Phoenix. She's here.
Yes.
And Tim is my daughter's husband. So Blaine is the 4th generation, and Phoenix and Judah are the 5th generation.
Wow, that's amazing. We were on the beach last year, and Blaine and Tracy brought the next generation of Jack and Jillers. So just to see another generation of children filling the beach, it was just so beautiful. Can we go to the next photo, please? And you can let us know who we're looking at.
Okay, so this is a picture of our home, and you can see Phoenix in the middle, and that's my brother. Blaine is behind her. Is that Megan?
And Megan's there, yeah.
Okay, okay. Judah and then myself on the end.
Okay, and then there's a story about blending families. Can we go to the next photo, Pete, that has all the family together? The next big one?
Okay. Well, first, this is my husband, Sam, and my son, Jason, and that's in our living room in Sag Harbor.
Awesome.
And that was Sam's 70th birthday.
Okay, and our next picture, please.
Oh, so that's my father with Jason.
Wow, wow.
That's a long time ago. He's 32 years old now.
Wow, wow, amazing. That's a great shot, though. And the next photo, please.
Yes, this is the blended family.
Yeah.
My father remarried in, I think, 1980 to Emelina North, and I'm very good friends. And, well, she's my sister, Adrian.
Yes.
And that's the whole family.
The whole shebang.
At that time, that was taken in 2012.
And what is your hope for the next generations? We have, 2 of them generations are here today, but what's your hope for the next generation of Sag Harbor?
Well, I hope they love this place. It's special. It's beautiful. I know sometimes people will ask me, how can you spend every summer in Sag Harbor? I said, I can't think of any other place I would rather be.
Yeah.
All the friendships I've made, and I've had friends out here since I was a baby, and we're still friends.
That's it. You keep it all the way live and in living color. Can I get a witness up in here? We have such a wonderful time together. So we're sages now. We're all in that next season. What would you say to not just for your hope for the Sag Harbor, but what would you say to this generation in terms of the crises that we're facing now? How do you speak to this?
Well, I think the main thing is that you have to,
Turn your mic on.
the main thing is that you have to hold on to your property and try to, the way the Sag Harbor was created was word of mouth. In other words, if somebody came and stayed at my house, eventually they may buy, and it happened for a number of cases. I think for the original families, that was the basic word, like the Landrums were my neighbors, now it's the Giscombs, but the Landrums came as a result of her friendship with Parker, and that house has just been torn down, but anyway, Mrs. Parker and Mrs. Can't think of her name. They were friends growing up, and she told the Landrums about the Sag Harbor, and they built out here, even though they lived in Chicago.
Yeah, so relationships are really everything. And
Right.
B.B. Granger's family got you out here. Is that how you got to Sag Harbor?
Yeah, I'll let Robert tell that story, but I just wanted to say that our house was always a family home, so we had lots of relatives
Yes.
and friends stay and visitors, and it's a 4-bedroom house. It was originally a 4-bedroom house.
Which was
Which
different.
was very unusual. Most houses had 2 or 3 bedrooms.
So,
So we always have had company, guests, family could come anytime.
so it's vision, it's relationships, for your ancestors who made the way for you. It's so important. Tell us the story about how you got here. And
Well,
then we'll
first
be
let me
back.
tell you about everybody
No, we got to
in the
tell
house.
you the story about how you got here, and then we got to wrap up.
Okay, I believe that my mother was influenced by her mentor, who was Lester Granger. Lester Granger was the head of the National Urban League, and he is the uncle of B.B. Granger. And he, I think, told my mother about this place in Sag Harbor. He also had a house out here. I don't know what year he bought, but I think right after the war. And he bought into Sag Harbor and had built a house on the waterfront, which was, he then sold it to the Shelton. So it's right next door to BB was Lester Granger's house. And I think that's the way my mother came. And he also had a practical, she's very practical, that if you had to either send myself and Barbara and I to camp or buy Sag Harbor and my grandmother take care of us. She took the latter route.
Wow, and I'm so glad that she did. Now, you have family members here. Now, Blaine and Megan and Phoenix, if you wouldn't mind just coming for a picture so we can just see some of the family, if it's okay with you.
And Adrian.
And Adrian's
also,
here, okay.
We have one of our cousins on the Diggs family who were from Louisiana. She's here also,
I think
Christina.
that's worth a picture. Will you just come over to the side on the steps here? Would you come up? Let's give them a hand as they come and give them a little encouragement. I think it's so important to have these generations still with us, still rocking it, and we're in living color. So before we go to the break, we got to see those who have made a difference in our world. And just thank you for all. Yeah, Phoenix is here too. Yeah, we got him on the red carpet. Adrian's here. Y'all rocking it tonight. All right, can someone help them right up these stairs here, please? Okay, thank you. So as they come, you can announce them as they come up. This is?
That's Megan North. Megan North. Our cousin Christina Diggs. Phoenix Turnbull.
She's the fifth.
Blaine Turnbull,
Yes.
North Turnbull, and Adrian Prothrow.
Let's give the North family the biggest hand. If you can't get anybody, just get me. That's what I say. No. We want to thank the North family and so many connections. Blaine and Megan went to the same school. Our kids went to different generations, and Pam was there as the president when my kids started at St. Hilda's. So it's, the relationships keep going and growing. So thank you so much for being with us. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Thank you. Let's give a big hand to Robert North, Barbara North. I want to thank you so much for sharing these moments with us and these reminiscences. Thank you so much. All right. So join me in welcoming the Taylor family. And I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves. So many of us know each other, but if you will introduce yourself and tell us where you're living now.
I'm Shaw Taylor, this woman's son. Thank you, thank you. I've been coming out to Sag Harbor since I was a kid. My grandfather built the house in '71. I'm not going to take all of the all of the verbiage from my mother, but it's been a great ride. You'll hear a little bit more as we go through.
Yes, Kimberly.
Hello, everyone. Kimberly Taylor, the youngest of the three of my siblings, and I am now a full-time resident in Sag Harbor. I am on the board of Sag Harbor Hills and a new trustee at the Parish Museum.
All
and
right.
a broker out here. So I am embedded where my ancestors and family have been, and it's complete joy.
Wonderful. Yes, we are.
My name is Eric Taylor. I used to be the youngest of the family, but now I'm the middle child.
You're the middle child. Okay. Is it true?
Yes,
Okay.
all of it. I live with my wife down in Virginia with our 4 sons, working for the Defense Department. But like my brother and my sister, we've been coming out here since we were very young. And we'll talk more about that.
And
as
thank
we
you
get
for your
older.
service. And Mother, it's so great to see you.
It's nice being here.
Let's give it up. Tell us who you are. Yes, they're excited to see you.
I'm Beverly Taylor Diggs. I've been coming out here.
Mike, Mom.
I've been coming out here since I was 16 years old. And I was introduced to Sag Harbor with Pamela Hicks. That's Pam's daughter. And I'm just happy to be here. This is what I call my happy place. And I currently live in Alexandria, Virginia.
Wonderful. And you were a school teacher?
I was a school teacher, worked for the Board of Ed in New York City, and then when I moved to Yorktown Heights, I was with Lakeland School District for 22 years. When I retired, I really missed it, and I subbed for 11 years.
Wow.
So I have 40 years invested in the classroom.
I love it. Thank you for your teaching. Yes. Eric, father, you and your wife, father and mother of 4 sons. Last year, they were production assistants for this very show, and so we thank you for sharing them with us. But tell us, now that you're a father and your children are coming back, tell us what you reminisce about most. Like, what stood out for you about the Sag Harbor experience?
For me, it's kind of multifaceted, right? So if we start when we were young, we had domain over the lowest level of the house, right? The basement, right? Sunlight was very scarce. But every morning, you'd hear somebody walking in the kitchen above, and breakfast was coming. So summertime with breakfast, with people, my grandparents' folks coming from the city, literally laying all over the house, getting cushions on the floor and that kind of thing. Music starting from early in the day, the grill going on all day. That was in the house. We can talk about what goes on outside of the house a little later on, but there was just a magic that was going on inside the house.
I love it. And Shaw, yes, tell us one of your memories. I know there's so many, but now that you're coming back and as an uncle and as a grown man, what's it been like?
So there's lots of different angles, right? I think everybody out here knows anything about Sag Harbor has just lots of different stories. So I'm going to share one that's a little bit different because you've probably heard about the beach, you've heard about the families. But, as kids out here, when we were growing up, we used to get in a little bit of trouble. So this is almost like a little bit of good trouble. There was this little teen disco thing that we used to go to when we were 12 and 13. And I'm bringing it. And so we were all going to go one night, and we're hanging out, and me and one of the guys who's in this room, we were trying to figure out how we could actually get to the spot. And we're 14 years old. So it's a rainy night and everything, and we're like thinking about it, and he says, you know what? My grand aunt has a car that we can actually take. and borrow to drive over to East Hampton.
And this is
And
at
then we can
14?
drive back. So we had a great story. We went over, we took the car out, and then we were getting ready to go back at the end of the night, and the car wouldn't start. It was raining and the wires were wet, and it was just a mess. So Damon came out, dried off the wires of the car, and it cranked right up, and we drove right home. And the reason I bring that up isn't because it's, anything about us being bad kids, but, we got together, we made things work, we made it happen, and we're here together, and Damon went to Cornell, Ivy League graduate, and we just had a lot of fun out here, and that was just a little bit of the kind of bad fun that we used to
So
have.
y'all turned out all right after all of that. I love it. Thank you for sharing that story. Kimberly, we see you now. You're a year-round resident. You are a resident now of Sag Harbor. Later, we're going to see some pictures of some things that have happened in your life. But tell us what it's like now living here full-time, and certainly from the perspective of having grown up here in the summers.
Well, it's interesting. I went to school in Virginia, lived in D.C. for a while. I would come sometimes to Sag Harbor, but, I kept it moving, and then I came to New York, worked in finance for a while, and then left and started to spend more time out here without my siblings or my family, and I was like, ooh, this is nice.
Without them, right? Yes.
But, you felt like home, right? Because the memories in the house, my fondest memories of my father are here. He passed away in '86. And I just remember spending so many times together. He would get my hair together in the morning, or Mom would get my hair together in the morning, and my grandfather's breakfast was meh, it was okay.
Yeah.
So my father would say, oh, Kim and I are going to get the paper, and then we would go to Paradise Cafe.
Yes, yes, yes.
I just remember those things. So coming full circle now, being here full-time as a resident, voting, being a part of the community,
Yeah, on the
internal
boards.
and external, and literally helping people find their dream homes in the place that I have the fondest memories is really just extremely powerful and just enriching, and just, it means more than anything.
Well, thank you.
Can I-
Yes, sure.
Can I say something about Grandpa's breakfast? So, I don't know if you guys know what scrapple is.
Oh, yes, yes. Big Southern dish.
So, I don't know if it was true scrapple. I hope not. But whatever he cooked up, it struck with me. I enjoyed it, right? It was eggs, it was a little bit of rice, it was something protein, meat, right? My memory was he referred to that as scrapple, a whole bunch of stuff mixed all together. And I was digging it.
I love it, I love it, I love it. We have some great pictures. Your pictures kind of just told the story. I hadn't met the sons, and your pictures just made me come alive because you had good times, you captured good times. So can we see the photos for this segment, please? If you could, okay, so tell us who we're seeing, please. Beverly, if you can start. And I ask permission, because we always ask the generation before us if we can call them Mrs. or Aunt, or she said I could call her Beverly, so let's just get that, okay, let's put that up, okay, yes.
Those are my parents up there, Rose and Herman Dorsey.
Wow.
And my father, we were coming out just to visit other people, and he was determined that he was going to buy some property out here so we could have a place. And certainly, he put his mind to it,
How beautiful is that?
and
Now,
there he was.
wow. And now Cecily Broderick, Mother Broderick, is at
Is
this,
at the ch-
is
yes,
at that
I
church,
saw
who
that.
also grew up out here. How wonderful. Let's go to the next photo. And Eric, if you can tell us what we're looking at.
Good old
Dancers.
Labor Day.
That's like Labor Day.
So, yeah, every Labor Day, that was our time to spend out here, Labor Day. And the organization would get dancers, they'd get furriers,
Yes.
they'd get DJs, they'd build a wooden stage for dancing. So Labor Day was a big time in Sag
It was an
Harbor.
experience. Okay, our next photo, please. Okay, and Shaw, if you could describe this one.
Sure. You'll probably see there are a couple of people that might be in this room in this, maybe not. Maybe not. Take it back, take it back. But this is one of the dancers, right? Every year we used to have either the young folks or some of the older folks get up and dance and do a new dance that came through. And this is one of those times. It's just one of those fun times where it's a multi-generational play and everybody's really enjoying the generations at SAG.
I
doing
love
their
it.
thing.
So when we came, the girls were doing their dance, and so each generation. The next photo, please. Thank you. Okay, mother. Is that our co-chair up there? Oh my goodness, Maria, Maria. I love it.
And she didn't pay me to put that picture up there either.
Oh wow.
Yes, yeah.
That's great. Next photo. I love it. Okay, who are we looking at here?
And you see me before I got to be that gray-haired lady with the big whaling shirt.
I love it. Next photo, please. Okay, Eric, let us know what we're looking at, who we're looking at.
Yeah, the one on the right is the one on my right.
Yeah, okay.
So that's Kim. I'm not 100% sure about the other two. So
Pam, who's that? Maria Holman.
No, that's Mia Liddy.
That's my cousin. So I'm on the left, my cousin in the middle, and her
I
friend.
love it. You still have that same beautiful smile, too. Next photo, please. Yes. Okay, here, the furry shore. Tell us who we're looking at here.
This is the tough one, right? There's Mrs. Day, Marjorie Day on the left side. You guys remember Marjorie Day, I'm sure. I can't see the other two, but
No,
Lynn Eberhard, right. Lynn Eberhard's in the picture.
So these were the furriest
and they're doing their thing, right? Strutting down the street during the Labor Day party, like there's nobody to business and nobody's tomorrow.
So this was Labor Day
Fantastic spot.
weekend.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
loving it. And now next photo. Oh my goodness. And now, Kim, tell us who we're looking at in the next photo that follows up this one, please. So Kim, what has happened in your life since you've been?
So one of the things that kind of got me back to Sag Harbor and spending even more time is my husband, Padel Latimer. We got married 2 years ago, and we are both out here full-time residents.
All right, congratulations to you. Thank you. Thank you for the photos. So let's just talk again. So Labor Day was a big event. Is that the weekend that most of you came?
right. So my grandparents had the house. My mother has a brother. Her brother has children. So they split time, right?
Yeah.
So they would come over the 4th,
Yeah.
and we would go over Labor Day.
I love it. I love it. So Beverly, tell us, raising children out here, now you have grandchildren. What do you want in terms of hope for Sag Harbor? What's your hope for Sag Harbor?
I believe that the cousins that are involved in my family, they have come out, and the continuation of having that family feel. And we have the house, and it's quite wonderful.
How important is it to you, Shaw, Eric, Kimberly? We're celebrating Black culture in the East End. How important to you in these times that we're facing is it to have, first of all, this village, but just also to represent our Black culture?
Yeah, I think the village point you just brought up, Sujay, is a big one, right? It's something that everybody comes back to oftentimes. You hear us talk about the network, the people that are here. Quick 10-second story, it'll be a fast one,
It's
I
fine.
promise. When I was a junior in high school, one of the guys that was a couple years older than me went to the school that I was going to go to. And he invited me to come up. He's from SAG. And he invited me to come up to a spring weekend. And if it wasn't for him inviting me to come up to that spring weekend, I probably wouldn't have gone to that school. And the other schools that I was looking at weren't nearly as top-notch as
Yeah.
the schools that I went to. So, I think one of the takeaway behind that is that, and I think this is the legacy component of it too, is that SAG continues to be a place where folks can uplift each other, right? And you can kind of be around people that kind of uplift your soul, your spirit, and hopefully, help young kids on their career path as well.
That's amazing. That's one of the final thoughts. We have 1 minute. What would you say in terms of your hope or what you would say about the importance of our village?
The village is important. It conveys a sense of belonging, a sense of pride. What I would hope is that we can continue that for future generations, and specifically for my sons, if they truly enjoy this place, that they continue to enjoy it. And they're making the connections that other generations have made. When they meet their contemporaries, they find out that, oh, your mother knew my mother.
Yeah.
And their grandmother. It's just a
Connecting
wonder to
the
see.
dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always beautiful to see that.
Yeah, I was in Ireland last week, of all places, Ireland, and it's with Notre Dame Law School, and they say, we make sure our students are in the pipeline to be defending on the Supreme Court floor. So they're clear on their mission. What's your mission, your last word as we close today? What's the mission that you hope for Sag Harbor?
I mean, I think I'm in my second act as a real estate broker out here, and I work outside of the community too, but I truly, truly am passionate about our community, all three of them, the legacies that it has and holds for everybody, old generations, new generations, and I hope that we can continue to hold strong in the community.
I love it. And on that note, we want to invite the Taylor Sons. They're going to be in their own show, but if the Taylor Sons will come and join me, one is in the air trying to get here, but three are here. They were our production assistants last year, and now they're going to be in prime time. So slap somebody high five, say they're ready for prime time. Eric, can you introduce your sons to us, please?
Behind me is Nicholas, in the middle is Jonathan, and Christopher.
And join me in welcoming and thanking the Taylor family. You are wonderful.
And our wives are down there.